to us today. Innocent civilians, you say, were kidnapped. But I wanted to ask you, a month ago today, Prime Minister Netanyahu asked Israelis for forgiveness after he was unable to bring 6 hostages back alive. What is your message to him and his government today, and how concerned are you that events in Lebanon might delay efforts to bring home your loved ones?
Every poll I have seen so far shows that the solid majority of Israelis and the solid majority of Jewish Israelis, because we must remember 20% of the population in Israel are Palestinian with Israeli passport. But even of the Jewish Israelis, there's a solid majority of people that believe that the hostages will only come back in a deal and wish for that deal and ask for the Prime Minister to do it. My message to him is to listen to the people of Israel and get that deal. I don't think that he should wait until after the election to reach a deal. There is the possibility of a deal now, and what is missing is the will of both sides.
I think as far as a message for Netanyahu is concerned, it's time to become statesmanlike and do the right thing and secure a deal. Too long has passed with the deal in various iterations over the last 6 or 8 months. It's unfathomable to me that it's been impossible to get one of those deals over the line. Now, there's, I'm sure, been lots of finger-pointing behind closed doors. I'm not really particularly bothered about apportioning blame, whether to Netanyahu, to Hamas or to anyone else. But it's clear that the only way the hostages are going to get out alive is through a deal. It's the only way a mass release of hostages will happen, because very few of them are ever going to be rescued in the way we've seen a handful. As far as the wider political situation in the Middle East is concerned, I couldn't speak particularly intelligently on that. My late sister certainly could. My only concern is that it takes focus away from what is the most important thing, which is the release of the hostages. The Israeli government has consistently said from the 8th of October onwards that the hostages are the #1 priority. That's not the impression I get at the moment, nor over the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months, because if the hostages were the first priority, then a deal would have been done by now.
I was with Netanyahu 3 days ago in UN, New York. On Israel have many threats in the north, in the south, and we heard about the activities of the IDF in the north and the elimination of Nasrallah. On the one hand, we have a risk for the hostages because the war continues. But on the other hand, we have opportunity to make a deal, to make one agreement that integrate the situation, the north and the south, to bring the hostages home and stop the war with Lebanon and with Hamas. We have to do the right decision. And this is the opportunity of Netanyahu to take the right decision.